So good morning to all of you. Let's start with the discussion of the questions of the poem, The Road Not Taken. And before we go for the discussion of the questions, I want one student who can explain about the idea or the theme that is conveyed to us in this poem. The message or the idea that has been conveyed to us. Chahat beta, start. Chahat beta, please explain the idea or the theme that the poet has given in this poem. Yes, beta.
Yes, ma'am.
Before we
Ma'am,
go for the back questions, you must explain the idea or the theme which the poet has conveyed.
ma'am, in this poem, the poet had
Yes. Gauri, yes, beta. Gauri. Yes, beta, you explain.
The idea of the poem is that the choices we make in present do matters. They have their consequences in future.
Yes. The idea or the theme which the poet has conveyed in this poem, the poet is Robert Frost. He speaks of one of the basic problems of making the right choice, the correct decisions. Clear? And the dilemma faced by the poet in making his choice is the dilemma that we all face at some point in our life. And the poet tells us that there are alternatives, there are many opportunities. The man has to decide on only one of the options. In this poem, we see the two roads are symbolic of the confusion we face while making our decisions in life. And once a decision is taken, it cannot be undone. Only the future will tell whether the decision we took was right or wrong. So the poet wants to tell us that we should take wise decisions because our decisions affect our future. Our future depends upon the choices or the decisions that we make in our life. Okay. Now coming to the questions. First question given here, Sayam Pasi. Yes, beta. Read the first question and then answer.
Where does the traveler find himself? What problem does he face? The traveler finds himself where the two roads diverge in a yellow wood.
The
And his
traveler,
problem is to
yes.
traveler finds himself at a point where two roads diverge at a yellow wood.
Yes, the traveler finds himself in the wood or
And,
in the forest where two roads forks into two. Yes,
and his
what
problem is to decide on which road he should walk.
yes, what problem does he face? He faces the problem of choosing one road out of those two. Which road he should travel? That was the problem in front of him that he was not able to decide. Yes, coming to the next, I can see Parneet Kaur. Parneet Kaur. Yes,
yes,
beta,
ma'am.
read the next question.
Discuss what these phrases mean to you. First, a yellow wood. This phrase means that it is autumn season and the forest is full of yellow colored leaves.
Yes, the forest is full of yellow colored leaves due to autumn. Yes, next one, Arpit Joshi, coming to the second. Explain the second phrase.
It was grassy and wanted a weir. It had grass grown on it and wanted the people to walk on it.
It was grassy, that means the road was full of grass and wanted where it seemed as if very less people had traveled there. And if we go for the symbolic meaning, can you explain side by side?
Ma'am, no.
That means it was giving unexplored opportunities. Wanted where कि जिस सड़क के ऊपर बहुत कम लोग चले होंगे, it means that is providing a new challenge, new way that was to be traveled. So it was giving unexplored opportunities. Those opportunities which have not been explored or availed by anyone. Clear? Yes, next one, the passing there. I can see another student raising hand. Yes, Hitika Vadva. Hitika.
Ma'am, it means that the people walking on road.
Yes, the passing there means the people who were walking on that road, using that path, the passers-by, you can say, the people who were walking on that road. Next one, Abhinav. Abhinav. Fourth phrase, leaves no step had trodden black. Nischal. Nischal beta.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, fourth phrase.
This means that there was no footmark and nobody has traveled through that road.
Leaves no step had trodden black means that there was no footmark. It seemed as if no one had trodden on those leaves, so the leaves were not black. Yeah, leaves were not crushed. Means again, if we go for the symbolic meaning, same, that people have not utilized or availed those opportunities which were coming on that way. Next one, how way leads on to the way. Who will explain? Ankit. Ankit or Anmol can please beta unmute yourself. Yes, Lavanya Kapoor is raising hand. Yes, beta.
Yes, ma'am. How way leads on to way, right? How one road leads to another.
How one road leads to another means when we go on one path, we cannot come back, but it leads to some another more ways. That means when we choose one thing and we start moving on that particular work or started doing that work, on the way we get so many other opportunities, we get so many other choices to make. So one way leads to another way. That means one choice leads to another opportunities and the other choices. Clear? Yes, coming to the third question. Third question. Yes, quickly raise your hands, those who have not got the turn. Abhinav, Ankit, Anmol, Arman Kapoor, quickly raise your hands and unmute yourself. Who is going to speak? Abhinav? No one? Aryan Sharma? Aryan Sharma, please unmute yourself.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Beta, you have not mentioned your section and roll number also. Rename afterwards. First, answer the question number 3. Read question number 3. Yes.
Ma'am, in stanzas 2 and
First,
3,
read the
road
question.
is.
Read the question first.
Is there any difference between the two roads as the poet described them? First, in stanza 2 and 3. In stanza 2 and 3, the road is full of grass. More travelers walk on the path.
Yes. Then what is given in the third stanza? What is given in the third stanza? Beta, please join the class after revision. आपके पास 2 days थे. You have not revised the poem. That's why you people are not able to answer. What is given in the second stanza and what is given in the third stanza about the roads? Yes, Chahat beta.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
In stanzas 2 and 3, the first road was in a yellow wood and was grassy. And in third stanza, the second road was better claim, and because it was grassy and it was giving unexplored opportunities to people.
Beta, see in the second stanza what is given. then took the other just as fair and having perhaps the better claim because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. What the poet has told in the second stanza, that the road which he noticed was fair because it was promising him something new, better claim. It was promising new opportunities, new claim, and it was full of grass and was less used. Wanted wear means less used by the people. And then he noticed at the last two lines of the second stanza that both the roads were trodden by equally trodden by the people, though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. Then he noticed that both the roads were equally worn out or trodden by the people. At the end of the second stanza, he looked at the second road also, and then he felt that they were equally trodden. But when he comes to the third stanza, again he says that morning he noticed that there were leaves on both the roads, and no one had trodden those leaves black. That means, according to him, there was very less people. There were very less people that had trodden on that those both roads, and the leaves were still fresh. They were not trodden black by any one of them. So he changed his own opinion in the first stanza, then coming to the end of the second stanza, then coming to the last two lines of the poem. Second part is in the last two lines of the poem. What does he say in the last two lines of the poem? Anyone? Again, same hands raised. Yes, Pranjal Uthar. Pranjal Uthar.
Yes, ma'am.
Last two lines of the poem. Second part of question number 3.
Yes. In the last two lines of the poem, the poet tells that the road he opted for, is less traveled.
And what happened?
Yes, ma'am.
What happened then? What result he tells? In the last two lines, he tells us that he took the road that was less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Means that has resulted in his future. That has affected his future.
Different.
That has made all the difference, means that has affected his future life. Okay. So you have to be very clear about this question, because the poet himself is confused, because you can see in the second stanza, first he says that he saw the road very fair, that was giving better claim. It was grassy and wanted wear, less used, so he thought that it would be full of challenges and not trodden by the people, in the first three lines. Then in the last two lines of the second stanza, he tells that both the roads were equally trodden. दोनों एक जैसी थी, कोई फर्क नहीं उसको लगा. अगले मॉर्निंग में वो क्या नोट करता है कि वो दोनों रोड्स जो थी, they were less traveled. Leaves were there on the steps and were not trodden black. It means both the roads were less traveled. So he himself is changing his decision and the opinion. Then coming to the last two lines, again he tells that he took the road that was less traveled by, and that has made all the difference in his life. Okay. Coming to question number 4. Question number 4. Yes, again same hands. Beta, come forward, the rest of the students. Take initiative. Participate in the discussion. Bikram, Arman Kapoor, Aryan Sharma, Anmol Kant. Anyone? Quickly come forward, beta. Don't waste your time. No one ready? Gurasi score. Gurasi score.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, read question number 4.
The last. What do you think the last two lines of the poem mean? Looking back, does the poet regret his choice or accept it? The last two lines are, I took the one less traveled by, and that made all the difference.
Yes.
The poet wants to express that he he didn't regret his choice, and he made the choice was that his choice was that he took the road that was really less traveled, and that made all the difference between the two roads. The one which was less traveled.
Now, in the bracket they have given looking back. That means coming to the beginning of this last stanza. Looking back here means the beginning lines of this stanza. Does the poet regret his choice or accept it?
Ma'am, he simply accepts his choice.
Beta, when we are given in the first line, I shall be telling this with a sigh, S-I-G-H. I explained you while doing the poem also that it is a confusing phrase that the poet has used in the poem. It does not make us clear whether the poet regrets his choice or he accepts it. Because a sigh can be a deep breath of regret, of sadness also. दुख में या उदास होकर भी हम कई बार लंबा सांस लेते हैं, और इट कैन बी अ साई ऑफ रिलीफ कि सुख का सांस लिया उसने, कि उसकी चॉइस अच्छी थी, ये भी हो सकता है. We are not clear about his decision whether he regrets or he accepts it. But he tells us in the end that he took the less traveled road, and that has made all the difference. Because there is no other alternative than to accept the results. In life, we don't have any other alternative. We cannot go back. We cannot undo what we have done, what choice we have made. So there is no use of regretting. We have to accept it and move forward in life, and in future think for the better choices. We cannot think about the past choices. We cannot undo those choices. But we are not clear about the poet's opinion in the poem, whether he regrets his choice or accepts it, but he tells that it has made all the difference. What difference? It was good or bad, nothing is clear in the poem. So you have to tell like this, that it is the confusing idea which the poet has given. He was happy or sad, nothing is clear, but he has told that it has made the difference in his life. What difference? Whether it was good or bad, nothing clear. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Coming to the next question. Now you are given some critical questions and your analysis and the thinking questions. Yes, who would like to answer these questions? Gurjot Singh, or the next student we have in the list, Gurshan, Harkirat, Harleen. Quickly raise your hands who is willing to answer. Don't waste time, beta. Who is going to answer? Raise your hands. Again, the same hands coming. All these students have already answered. Yes, Ram Avasthi. Yes, beta.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, beta. Unmute yourself and answer the question. One of second part.
Have you ever had to make a difficult choice? Or do you think you will have different choices to make? How will you make the choice, or for what reason? No, I have never.
This is an individual decision and with individual opinion. Here one can differ with the other. So don't go for one thing only. You all can give your own opinion, and it can be yes, it can be no, or anything you want to explain, but it should be justified with reasoning. Think of it. कि आपको जस्टिफाई करना है अपने आंसर को. आप कुछ भी आंसर दे सकते हो. लिटरेचर में यू आर फ्री टू आंसर एनीथिंग. आपके पास येस नो वाले भी आंसर हो ना, तो यू कैन आंसर इन येस और यू कैन आंसर इन नो, बट यू हैव टू जस्टिफाई योर आंसर. Your personal and individual opinion is to be given in these type of questions. Okay? Yes, first part is, have you ever had to make a difficult choice?
No, ma'am.
No, you never faced like that. Or do you think you will have difficult choices to make? हो सकता है कहीं लाइफ में आगे opportunities ऐसी आए?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it can be. How will you make the choice?
Ma'am,
For what
according
reasons?
to my interest.
Yes.
According to my interest.
according to your interest. What other things would you think over while
According to
making
my
your
family.
choice? Anything else you want to add? Any reason you want to add why you will go according to your choice, according to your taste? Yes?
No, ma'am.
No.
No, ma'am.
No reasoning for this? Yes, Chahat beta?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we
Yes.
should always go for our taste and decision
Hmm.
because so that we do not regret in our future, because we have because future is our, and we should decide, we should take our decision ourselves.
Yes. You have to explain this very point कि if we have to take the decision according to our talent, according to our capabilities, according to our potential, according to our interest, we should not go for according to our peer pressure, friends के accordingly, या society के pressure में, या family के pressure में, और parents के pressure के accordingly, because that can affect your future. If you don't have taste in anything, you don't have interest in anything, you are not good at any particular subject or in any particular thing, you will not be able to do good in that field. So the choice should be made according to our own interest, according to our own taste and ability and potential. Here, only then it can make a good result in our life. But suppose if we have made anything wrong, if we have made any choice which we thought at that time that it is good for us, we have chosen something, but in the future we feel that it was wrong choice, we cannot go backward, we cannot undo that choice, we have to move forward in life, accepting it happily, not crying over that, but we should accept that happily and find out the new opportunities to improve our future, for the betterment of our future. We cannot undo and undone that, and we cannot you can say regret. We should not regret and cry for that decision and the choice, but find out some new opportunities. Accepting that, we should find out some new ways, because one way lead to another, one opportunity leads to another. So in this way, we should be happy in our life, accepting the choices that we have made, not regretting that. Clear? You have to give your reasoning here. Next question. After you have made a choice, do you always think about what might have been, or do you accept the reality? Yes. Again, same hands. Yes, Gauri beta. Yes, Gauri.
After I have made a choice, after we have made a choice, we should accept the reality, because there is no point of regretting it or thinking about what if we have done right or wrong, because it will even distract us more.
Yes. Yes, next I can see Noorjot raising hand. Beta, can you give any incident in your life happened with you, that you have made any choice, then you felt that it was wrong and you regret for that, or you accepted that and moved on for the new opportunities, finding new ways?
Yes, ma'am, this happened to me while studying for my examination. I thought that
Yes.
ma'am, I thought that I should study the history first, and after that other subjects. But it was wrong decision, because there were more chapters of history, and I thought that I have to accept the reality and first to complete my history, and after that other courses.
Okay, okay. That means in reality we face such type of situations. Anyone who wants to share about his or her opinion, if anything wrong happened with you after your choice and then you regretted or you accepted it? Anyone who wants to share his or her opinion about this? Any incident happened with anyone in the life? No one? No one raising hand? Chalo, okay, let's move forward. The idea is clear that if we choose anything and after finding it wrong in the future, we should not regret it. First, we should make our decisions very wisely. We should judge the things very wisely, because regretting the choice does not help. Acceptance of reality motivates us. So we should find out the new opportunities coming in our way and find out the better solution for the problem, for the choice which we had already made if it was wrong. We should not regret and cry कि मेरे साथ गलत हो गया, अब तो मैं कुछ कर ही नहीं सकती या कर ही नहीं सकता. ऐसा नहीं सोचना है. You should accept it and try to find out the new opportunities for the better improvement of your future. Okay. Now coming to the poetic devices of this poem, I've sent you one list and I hope that you all might have read it very carefully. Anyone who can explain the poetic devices used in this poem? Yes, raise your hands quickly. I'm shifting the slide back to the poem. According to the stanzas, please explain. Yes. Unmute beta who are raising hand. Quickly unmute yourself, those who have raised the hand.
Ma'am.
Yes. Who is there?
Ma'am, poetic. Ma'am, Arpit.
Arpit, okay. Yes, beta.
Ma'am, poetic devices used in the poem. First is metaphor, a device which compares to unlike things or qualities. The poem is in itself a metaphor as the poet compares roads, paths in the forest with the careers in life and how one should exercise a choice.
Yes, very good. The poem,
Ma'am,
the
then
whole poem is giving us symbolism, and the road word is used in the form of metaphor. Yes, it is giving us the meaning
ma'am,
of choice. Yes.
ma'am, second is personification, a figure of speech which is used for inanimate objects or animals, birds for the humans.
Yes. What is used here?
Ma'am, then
What is used here for personification in this poem?
ma'am, a figure of speech which is used for inanimate objects or animals or birds for the humans.
Yes. In this
Ma'am,
poem,
then is line.
yes. Okay, we are left with 4 minutes. All of you please listen that in this poem, metaphor is used at many places. Like road, please note down these words, like road, then folk, diverse road that is mentioned here, that is road like the folk, and yellow woods. The road in the poem is the metaphor of life, while folk on the road metaphorically represents the choices we make to determine the course of our lives. Similarly, yellow woods are the metaphor of making decisions during the hard times of a person's life, and these metaphors used in the poem emphasize Yes, these metaphors used in the poem emphasize the importance of different decisions we make in different situations and their impacts on our lives. Clear? Then we can say the imagery is used. Images used to make the readers feel things through their 5 senses. जिस चीज को हम imagine कर सकते हैं, visualize कर सकते हैं, that is imagery or the symbols we can say. The poet has used the images of sense of sights. Sights हमें दिखाई दे रही हैं चीजें कौन सी? As leaves, yellow woods. So these images help readers to actually perceive things they are reading. जो हम पढ़ रहे हैं उस चीज को हम देख सकते हैं, हम visualize कर सकते हैं, perceive कर सकते हैं. So the image of road helps readers to visualize the road providing a navigation route to the traveler. Then we have simile also. We have simile also used in this poem, which you can see in the second stanza. A simile is a device used to compare things with familiar things to let the readers know it easily. There is one simile used in the second stanza, such as just
fair.
as fair. Yes, as just as fair. It shows how the poet has linked the road less taken to the easy way through life. क्या सोचता है कि ये सड़क जो है, it will be an easy way to go. Then note down the next poetic device, that is used assonance. Assonance, A-S-S-O-N-A-N-C-E. Assonance is the repetition of vowel sounds such as the sound of A and O in quick succession. जब बार बार vowel sound किसी भी line में use होती है, that is known as assonance. Look at the line, though as far that the passing, though as far that the passing there, see this is the second last line of stanza 2. Second last line of stanza 2. Thou as far that the passing there, O word is used, A word is used, again and again the vowel sound is used in this line. Clear? Then coming to personification, Robert Frost has personified road in the third line of the second stanza. Here it is started because it was grassy and wanted wear. Wanted wear क्या है? It means the road is as if the road is human. ऐसे show कर रहा है जैसे कि road जो है वो कोई human being हो, and that it wants to wear and tear. और वो जैसे आदमी इंसान जो है वो थक जाता है, टूट जाता है, ऐसे ही वो क्या शो कर रहा है कि रोड जो है वो भी थकी हुई थी. वांटेड वियर, बहुत ज्यादा लोगों के द्वारा नहीं चली हुई थी. देन वी कैन सी पैरेललिज्म यूज्ड. पैरेललिज्म, PARALLELISM. पैरेललिज्म is used